And the Dogs' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Florida State's offense will come out first. And here it comes for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football.
Breaks into the open. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of it.
The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Barry. Here's a heat. Quickly to the tight end. And they swarm him under. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And there has been a lot of talk about this guy. Jesse, they say the farther away you line up from the football, the easier it is to play early. When you're as good as this dude, you're going to play no matter what.
Well, this offense knew he was good coming out of high school, but talking to their quarterback and their coaching staff before the game, David, they didn't know he was this good. He's made catches in practice. He's done things in scrimmage that is completely wowing everybody. Now the question, can he do it when the lights are on and everybody's watching?
And I think receiver is the best spot.
Found to see him on the map. First, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw, it's Barry. Safe completion on the screen. Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Look out, he's got room. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The give to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact wide hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jason.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you take people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Now the play fake. Going for it all. This ball is picked off in the end zone, but no, he's out of bounds. The quarterback very fortunate. Get away with that throw.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Pulls it in. It's Davis. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Looking downfield, it's Sperry. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's up to 90 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. To the air, it's Sperry. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
From the gun on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Humphries. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air. It's Stockton. Quick strike complete. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and shorter. To the ground with the back. Across the 25, he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling in the ground.
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Texas has a lead right now at Austin, but they've been in a dogfight so far and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 4 over Texas State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. With the catch, it's Davis. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Noles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Robinson. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Noles are moving quickly down the field. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. a nice lead to get started. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Dropping back, it's Berry. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking for a big play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Return takes it inside the 30, down to the 28 as the defense has them setting up shop from there.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
With the catch, it's Frazier. Turns it on in midfield. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. The give to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Frazier. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To throw, it's Stockton. Under fire. It's complete on the right side. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Another 1st down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Big fella moving. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Nothing went well in the 1st quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Back to pass, it's Berry. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Seminoles will call on their punt team. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll park it at the 39. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things. There he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting a huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent.
Touchdown, Dogs! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out, firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Lets it fly on the move. He's got it down the left side. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Davis. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few. Still some work to do for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Here comes the heat. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Gibson. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. And the Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Berry. Using the quick game. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Didn't get nearly enough done on 3rd down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got a chance. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Humphries. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. Going to try to get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. They'll immediately call timeout. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Catch in the middle, it's Humphries.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And the Bulldogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And the Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He's got him. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Finds a tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Got a man. Oh, what a move to get room. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Scrambling away. Grabbed in the middle, it's Humphreys. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Caught behind the line. It's Robinson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying play action. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
And it's been more of the same in the 2nd half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Texas looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over that field like Bevo in the pregame. They're up by 18 over Texas State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the Noles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. DB's right up on the receivers. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Makes the grab. It's Gibson. Oh, and just like they threw it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, running back on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Got it behind the line. It's Robinson. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Play number 10 on this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
The Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Finds his tight end. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out of their own 37.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds his man. It's Frazier. Brings into the open. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Off the play fake. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. It's Taylor. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. The run from the shotgun. Makes it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, beat the clock, work the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Bulldogs!